So there's something else that happened today. Trump said he's allowed to continue these military strikes on these boats in the Caribbean without congressional approval, which of course Congress is supposed to, declare acts of war. But in this case, he's been doing it. Now it's not just in the Caribbean; it's also in the Pacific. So you're talking about on the other side. And there was one thing he said more than once today that really stood out. And I want everyone to know, in the context of the fact that you were also an attorney at the Department of Defense in charge of a lot of decisions that were made on drone strikes and things like that. Here's what he said today.
The cartels are the ISIS of the Western Hemisphere.
The president said, this is the ISIS, this is the Al-Qaeda of the Western Hemisphere.
Now, just because you say something is ISIS doesn't mean that it is ISIS. But maybe they're saying it to try to make some sort of an easier legal hurdle. What's happening here?
It seems that way. They're doing it either for rhetorical purposes or for legal purposes as well, which is if they can try to get this as close to being in the box of an armed conflict and a war in which the United States military can use lethal force just on the basis that somebody is a member of a group, that's what they want.
Yeah.
So if it were like ISIS, if it were like Al-Qaeda, they'd be on good grounds, but they're not. So ISIS was a land army. Al-Qaeda was an organized armed group. Even the Fifth Circuit, the most conservative circuit in the United States, has said the Tren de Aragua group coming out of Venezuela is no such thing. And those other groups, ISIS and Al-Qaeda, engage in armed attacks against the United States and U.S. forces with powerful weapons. Drugs are not that. So under the law, it just doesn't work. But that's what they're trying to do. And it was an important moment today because they obviously shifted the rhetoric in that direction.
All right, Ryan, thank you very much.